Hi guys, you're welcome to Zion Culture, a subsidiary of Mount Zion Radio. I'm so glad to have you here today.
Yeah, and this is the Startup Show.
And yes, like you know, on the Startup Show, we talk about everything entrepreneurship and career related, and also the Christian. Yeah.
Yes, so today we'll be talking about the career aspect, but specifically we'll be talking about ethics and the Christian in the workplace. So it's going to be an interesting discussion.
Yep.
As we comment. So yes, my name is Ife James.
Yeah, I'm Folashade.
My name is Victor Tex.
I'm Glory T. Okay, so yes, I can see that, and they're all looking at me. Okay, so workplace ethics. Yes, I think that workplace ethics is. I feel that the relationship between workplace ethics and the Christian should not be something that you should say, "I'm a Christian, so I can't do certain things." It should rather be, I observe this because I'm a Christian. I don't know if you understand my drift. Like some of these rules and regulations, some of these, okay, let's just start from what workplace ethics is generally. I think they are the rules that guide organizations.
Yes.
And there are general rules too, like maybe discipline, integrity, and in the area of discipline, coming to work on time. So I don't think you should say, okay, because I'm a Christian, that was why I did not come on time. Maybe I was praying or I attended prayer meeting, VG. So I feel it should rather be I'm on time because I'm a Christian.
Yeah,
that is why I am, keeping the workplace ethics and I'm taking it seriously. So we can talk about other ones, but for me, it will be late coming. That's the one I was talking about.
To buttress your point, I feel like as believers in the workplace, we should be light. And they should know that when it comes to this, we know this particular person for this. We know that this person will always come to work early. We know this person will always do this. Like when it comes to this, so much that when things now arise later in future, when there are issues, now, oh no, we know this person for this. This person can't do this.
Yeah.
I can give an example. My mom works in the hospital, and there were times where they had to maybe do something in favor, or maybe to forge a document or something for people. Because over time, my mom would not do it for people, and our bosses know her for that. I think there was a time that she explained that they had an issue, and people had to stand up. Some people had to stand up and say, no, if this woman, no, she's not going to do it. We know her for that. Yeah. So I believe that as believers, as Christians in the workplace, we should first see ourselves as light. When we see ourselves, so it means that a light cannot get to the midst of darkness and blend. You stand out. So everybody is coming late to work. Everybody's signing on the logbook. They came by 8:30. They wrote 8:15.
And that's
7:45.
Yeah. People go as far as even helping other people to come
sign
earlier so that their own time can be work.
And funny enough, I think that being a light in the mind of some Christians is just about, I'm a Christian, that person is a pastor. They know you as a pastor in your place of work. They know you that used to share tracts, but that's not where it ends.
Yeah.
It should also reflect on
character.
the level, and the excellence that you put out
How will you
there.
preach to them if your character is not preaching first?
We are all coming later. We're all signing
Yes,
the
at the
logbook
same
at that
time.
time. But you are still saying,
If I may be unbeliever,
we have
I go slap you. Waiting one preach give me.
I know, I can tell you that it's wrong to be deceptive. It's different from lying. You might say, it's not deep, it's rubbish.
Can be rubbish and it can also be. Well, me, I'll be talking about the integrity aspect of work ethics. That's when, as a Christian, you should be accountable. You should have integrity when it comes to your dealings with work. Let us know that what you have chosen, okay, you have been given this assignment to do. Let us know you for that. It shouldn't be that you say something and then we are meeting the opposite of what you say. Or rather, you are not in the office. Maybe you have to step out to do something very quick and then you're looking for someone that will cover up for you. And then when they call you, like, office more one now.
that level. That's true. That's very true.
Office more one. And then you just sharply find your way. And then,
yes,
so something
that's
like that.
True. That's very
so our Christian, we should be of good. We should have good
integrity. Yes, that's true, because it's something that is rampant. And over time it becomes the norm. So when you are saying you're not doing it, it looks like you're being extra. But that should be like your own standard, at least, or should I say the standard of the Bible that you are following? Because if you continue like that, and it becomes a habit. How do you? I don't know. How do you later on? How do you tell people not to do that? Even if yes, because it's a habit. They already know you that. And funny enough, the people who are covering for you, they are the unbelievers.
Yeah. They know what is right and they know what's not right.
You understand?
Yes.
So basically, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay.
Right.
They should say, this person said this. Forget it.
I look at the example I cited now. So an issue later arose because of the precedence before. Yeah. So they could say, no, this woman is not going to do this because this is what she is. Because my dad runs a school, and I had times of working as a teacher, and I would see people.
What did you teach?
What did I teach, Seth?
Serious?
No, it's mathematics.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I love mathematics when I was in school. Maths, I love it. Anything maths, for that maths, physics. That's by the way, anyways. So because I'll see people come in and write in a separate time, so much that even if you came at that time, it will be hard to believe. Because I have known you for that before.
Yeah.
This one will come 8 o'clock. She will write 7:20. These are things that these are things will be like more. But in case of issues that arise later, people will be able to vouch for it that no, this person will stand his ground. This person will not do this. So I feel like aside from shining light, also for in case of things that will arise in the future, and just to have a good image of yourself, where you are portraying a good image of yourself, because if you are portraying whatever life you portray, they are portraying Christ.
Yes.
So what do you want people to say about Christ in you if you cannot live a life? I just feel like work ethics is just a basic life. It's just basic. Yeah. It's basic. It's just a basic lifestyle. I want to say something.
Yeah, so I was going to say that sometimes one of the issues why Christians have issues with following ethics at workplace is because they don't have personal values. So if somebody has a personal value, it's not going to clash with work ethics. Yeah. Because the truth is, most of these things we are calling work ethics, they are just ethics.
Yeah. It's normal life.
Yeah, it's normal life activity. Day-to-day. So I also wanted to add from the employer's perspective now that, of course, the employee has a responsibility to the employer, but also the employer has a responsibility to the employees. So all these cases of no payment of salaries, no payment of this, when there is no logical reasons, you should not just hold the payment of your staffs and expect them to continue to come to work. No. If you cannot be unfair to people and expect a good output from them. So it's also wrong from the...
That's daylight witchcraft, child. Holding salary for workers for no reason. And to now think of the fact that they are generating income for you. They are they're making money for you. And then you are not paying. It's witchcraft.
I mean, even if there's something wrong with the organization, communication is key. Don't just make people look as if there's one spiritual witchcraft that is operating, that is making the organ forget that they are supposed to fill payroll and say, no.
And then that means it applies to Christian bosses. Yes. I'm not trying to generalize it, but I've heard a lot of bad reports about Christian bosses. In fact, I recently heard of a lady, she had left the place of work a long time ago, but we knew the way that boss was and how unreasonable she was treating the people. So I never imagined in my wildest imagination that she was a Christian. I never imagined. So whilst we're just talking about her past work and we're just discussing, and she said the person is a pastor's wife, I was shocked. I was so shocked that. And then I knew the church, and I knew, like, she was like, when she goes to their church and she sees her preaching, she'll just be shaking her head.
Obviously.
Because the testimony has been corrupted.
Yes, now.
I couldn't believe that it was a Christian. And it's not even being strict. You know, some people, they try to make a strict boss as if the person is overdoing. Yeah. It wasn't a matter of strictness. It was unreasonable. She was just not reasonable about certain things, dictating salaries unreasonably. Just out of... And the lady was like, she just laughed and said, I've taken it out of your salary. Wow. Like, really?
Just like that.
These interesting times.
Well, what I'm going to say to this is that as Christian bosses, please let your employees, they should feel your impact when they are working with you. I mean, they should be treated well. They should enjoy working with you. They shouldn't get home and be like, she call herself a Christian. There should be a difference between working with a Christian boss and just a normal boss.
Really, like, there should be a difference.
Let them enjoy working with you. Let them have testimony that when I worked with this, even if they are no longer working with you, they will have a testimony to say that this person, when I was with this person really did us very well. So please and please, let's ensure that we are treating our staff well, properly, even as that way they'll be gingered enough to even work more, and they will make sure that what they are doing for you, although some people too,
and we know that there are some employees that have issues, but then all of them cannot be the same.
Yes.
Those who value good work, who knows a principled person and the beauty of it, they would appreciate it. So even if every other person is slacking and see, this life, whatever you do is for yourself.
I'm telling you.
Eventually.
And what you sow, you will reap.
You will reap. I know of some guys who worked in a place. I don't want to mention them because, I know of them who they worked in a place, and in that place there was not really it was so flexible. You did not have to come on time. You didn't really nobody was watching them, so to speak. But they were always like observing all the ethics. Like I noticed that they always observed all the ethics. So later in life they moved on and they were doing fine wherever they were, and people were giving good recommendations. And I was not surprised because when they were not even being watched, when they did not have, the employer wasn't on seat, so to speak. So, but they were always like, everything was as if somebody was watching them. There was camera somewhere, but they were just, now when they were, posted to different places, everybody was doing fine and they were getting good feedback that these guys are very efficient. So in the end, if they were slacking because nobody was looking, now that they are under supervision, it will be difficult to keep up. So eventually it's for yourself. If you decide that, this I want. Is that way you're going to work for the rest of your life?
That's the kind of thing that comes to my mind. That I think what almost employees forget is you're never going to be there forever. Like that, only if you don't see yourself growing, really. You're never going to be wherever you're working, you're never going to be there forever. And you want to live there with a good report, you want to live there with a good relationship, so much that if there's a need for recommendation for where you are, you can get, I've worked in a place where I can stroll in there and go like, they're actually the one saying, Victor, when are you going to come and say hi to us? Because I tried my best to at least have a good image. Being from, literally, I love work anyways. So I like work. And for me, I feel like it's just irresponsible on my part to be given a work to do. And there's something lacking. I feel like it's irresponsible on my part. So I feel like I would rather, get the job done and then report that something happened, rather than I have a job. I'm given an assignment to do, and then there's a stumbling block on my way, and then I turn back to go and meet my boss. There's an issue. That's the way I'm wired. So I'm just saying this to say that it is important that in our relationship with our employee, with even other our employers rather, and even other fellow colleagues, we should always have it behind our mind that I am not going to be here forever. So the little time I have here, I want to have a good image. I want to do whatever I'm given to do it well.
In the light of that, I would even say that sometimes it might be a bigger platform that you are going for. So if you have not developed some ethics now, if you have not become conversant with, if you have not disciplined yourself, when you are put on a bigger platform, the flop will be so massive because here, maybe where you were, it was just a small scale something. They would what's the word? Correct you. They would say this over and over. And maybe they couldn't, like someone I know would say that they are using you because they cannot afford a better service. By the time they can afford a better service, they will move on. It's because of lack of options. So now when you get to a place where they take work ethic, you will think it's punishment. You will even think they are wicked because you are not used to being disciplined. You are used to just doing anything anyhow. That's how it is. I will get better. They will manage it. They don't have anybody that they will call. When you get to a place where they can call people that are better than you, and you are still at that your level, you don't deliver within deadline, you're always giving one story or the other, you just do the job anyhow just to submit it. Let them rest. Whereas there is someone who is doing it very well, and you think they're trying to please the boss, you think that's what the person is doing. He's trying to what's the word? On the good book. No, he's helping himself, so it's left to you. The choice is entirely yours in the end.
I think this is what also brings us to talking about putting excellence in our work, all that we do, whatever we do. I am a lover of excellence so much. I don't know. Maybe I feel like all of this is maybe probably because of my upbringing and the fellowship I attended when I was in school. And I thank God for church I attend to. My pastor talks about excellence all the time. So I am a big lover of excellence. I feel like whatever you find yourself to do, do it well, no matter to the best of your ability, even if possible, like, stretch yourself. It's always important that employee, these are the things that would make an employer to even notice you, that who is this person that's always putting, because everybody is doing the norm. There's a level that is expectation for everybody. So if everybody is going like this, why don't teach yours a notch higher? So much that someone notices that there's someone different. But everybody's going like you are getting it done. But why can't there be a different touch of excellence in what you do? So if we call ourselves Christian, there should be a difference, not only in even our in the ethic part of obeying rules, don't come late, don't steal money. Those are
basic.
Those are the right things for any child of God to do. Why will you steal?
I mean, we should not be telling not to steal.
Like, they taught me this is a primary school. Children's, like, why would they give you money and you would add figures like those ones? Those are even I don't know. And then coming late and then, but I feel like excellence is also one that every child of God must stand for. Yes, we are all doing well. So imagine that everybody in your workplace is not forging numbers, is not changing attendance, is coming early, is not coming late, and you're all doing the same thing. And we are Christians. So where does that place of the light comes? So what's that difference that you want to give them? So the difference is, I feel like excellence is a very, very important key for every child of God in their workplace. Whatever you're given to do it well. Like, do it. Someone that you say, who did this work? In fact, that's always what rings in my mind whenever I'm having to come up with something. I want to do it to an extent that someone will ask, who did this work? Let me call the person. Please give me the person's contact. So I feel like if that can be at the back of our mind, it will help our approach to work. It will even help to correct some other loopholes that we may have as employees.
Yes. Well, I'll be talking on fear and respect, basically among colleagues. As Christians, I think it's only okay for us to respect each other, even at workplace. There can be relationship that may lead to what's it called? So I'm saying that when we are working together in an organization, let there be respect among all. In a way we speak to one another, in a way we relate to one another. There should be whether you're older or you're younger, let there be a respect. And whenever there's a form of lapses, let there be fair hearing and what am I going to
like to address the issue?
Yes. And even when the boss wants to address something, it should be fair. It should not be because I know this person to be very good.
I know
and they are not trying to do favoritism.
Or relative.
So that's what I want to say. I don't know if you can.
And even for those that are made as the bosses among the colleagues. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mini boss
so do you get
level.
And then they take that out and say yes.
Power, small power like this.
That's
true.
Namide. My own say pass Ogao.
On the flip, that one is always pass Ogao.
Yes, I say I talk about.
On the flip side also, you are under them. Like she said, over familiarity. Just because you guys eat together.
Yes. This guy is my church member now.
How will you not be?
Yes, I know we say choir with him for church.
And he's trying to discipline you because of something you did. And you're like, guy, now what for you? And especially maybe it's even your senior in church and your junior at work. And you feel like, this person is maltreating me. You are the mini boss. Don't use your power.
A mini boss, no be main boss.
It's too much. It's too
boss
much.
Baby.
And on the flip side also, don't let over familiarity, take over.
And there should be fairing. That fairing is very important.
So
like
important.
Let them understand. I feel like understanding is very important. Understanding and communication. Sometimes some things that we think we assume because there's no communication. I'm a preacher of communication so much. Communication is very important in everything. Communicate. Don't assume that there's someone. So I'm in the office now. My colleague is giving me attitude. So I just conclude that yes, he's fighting with me. Whereas he may be going through something personally. I don't know. Do you know? So I feel like relation between employee and employer it's a very important thing because these are things that fosters relationship, fosters communication, fosters productivity at work. So if these things are not checked and you don't communicate with each other, it will be a very big issue.
It's maybe not even help the work to move effectively. Can you imagine when you're having a fight with your colleague and they are now having grudges? It doesn't make the work go effectively
Definitely.
the way it should. Yeah.
Because and two people work together
Except they agree. Yeah.
So if there's no agreement, you just be doing the work, no matter how much you want to try.
You won't even enjoy yourself.
You are
I mean,
humans.
can imagine you're not alone. You're
Some
not
people can keep grudges. Forget that one. If it's
People are
enjoy-
experts, so they get degree.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. I think we've, said a lot.
Yeah. So about that, it all boils down to the leader at first. You have to create an organization
That's
where the
true.
culture promotes
That.
transparency. So as the leader of an organization, you can't be forming. I don't want to use the word jagaban, but you can't be forming a boss, legend that nobody can talk to you anything, and any small thing you just watch down people instead of you to correct them in love. That way nobody will even want to express their odds or grievances to you, and it's not going to spread down towards the rest of the organization.
Yeah, they will follow suit.
Yeah, they just follow
The
suit.
other boss, mini boss also.
Yeah. And the worst, they used to
Mini
multiply
boss.
it, they used to amplify it.
Yeah.
Also, they are mini boss.
So
They are mean.
as a leader, be a
The
good
boss.
So this is where we call it a day. Thank God, this is how they will start wordplay. This is not KJV.
All right, sorry.
This is not KJV.
Sorry.
All right, so thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're so glad. Thank you so much for joining us.
Do not forget to
Subscribe to Zion Culture with a K.
Yep, and like.
And share our videos.
I hope
These
you
videos-
enjoyed this moment. We can't wait to have you back.
What are you doing?
I didn't understand. Which moment? Okay, and make sure that you share our videos. These videos are you are getting blessed.
I'm telling you.
Your lives are changing. Don't be stingy. Share with your friends.
You don't
If I'm-
think by.
Yes. If I'm your friend and you're watching Zion Culture and you don't share it with me, I will not like you. Because I will be watching something
That's
that
not a
you
good
not share
work.
with
That's
me.
not a good work ethic.
Yeah.
It's not a good work.
So work
There are
well.
20
With your
people.
coin.
I'm not
There are
interested.
20 people in the
I'll
work.
tell you,
Yeah,
I'll tell you on my side.
I'm with you, but like, share, and comment. Thank you.
All right, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.